questions. Two more questions. What kind of fear do you have? What are you fearful of?
I think my main fear is the unknown. And the unknown, I mean, what's next? I have a bad habit of worrying about what's going to happen, 3-4 days from now. How I'm going to get this? What money am I going to need for that, And so when I say the unknown, I mean, say, let's just use sophomore year as a example. My sophomore year, I don't know what school I'll be going to. I don't know what the living arrangement will be like
with your mom,
with my mom and my dad. Mm-hmm. So I think that's one of my biggest fears is the unknown itself. Not just the two examples that I named, but just the unknown and not knowing what's going to happen, because I am in my own right sort of a control freak. I like to be in control of what's going to happen and knowing ahead of time what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and where, why, And so when I'm not in control and I don't know what's going on and I'm still trying to find my way like everybody else, that scares me. Mm-hmm. That's a fear of mine. When I'm not in control, mm-hmm. and when I don't know what's going on and I'm like everybody else trying to, just figure it out, feel my way, that's probably my biggest fear. Okay.
For me, it's probably going to be what the unknown, as in my future, but what's it going to be like to get there?
What's it going to take?
Yeah, mm-hmm. to get to where mm-hmm. I want to be successful. Because I want to be successful. I'm pretty sure everyone wants to be successful, but just how am I going to get to that place where it's all good, it's all happy?
What does success look like to you?
Just being happy, being able to be yourself and not have to worry about what other people think, having your own things, your own, your family, just being you, but like genuinely you.
Do you think you're genuinely you?
Yes, but some situations, like going to St. Gertrude's, I was the minority, mm-hmm. so mm-hmm. I could be me, and sometimes, mm-hmm. but like with my friends, my close friends, I could be me, mm-hmm. but around other people, like adults or whatever, I had to be, I guess, me, but a different me.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I will simply say to you, be you.
Okay.
Don't worry about how anybody else might accept you or might think about you. That's on them. And what other people think about you is none of your business. It's just none of your business. So start now being you. Start now being happy. Because happy is in here. Mm-hmm. It's in here. Mm-hmm. It's in here. And so you can be happy right now. Yeah. Because you cannot even begin to think about, because whatever we think they're thinking about us is not what they think, and they thinking something else that we don't even know. Mm-hmm. So it's none of your business what other people think about you. Start that today. And you know that God's in control.
Right.
And so you're being concerned. Now, the two examples that you gave are very, very good, and we can figure those out. But for the most part, who's got you?
God. Yeah.
Where is he? He's in front of you. He's behind you.
Everywhere.
He's everywhere. So
right.
He's got you. So the fear should dissipate when you know that he's holding on to you.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. What's your fear?
My fear, like Erica's and Megan, is also not being in control. Mm-hmm. Because I have this tendency to want to do something or to make plans for something. But if something happens and I can't, get there, get to do what I want to do, it kind of freaks me out, because mm-hmm. then I have to figure out, okay, what's next? Mm-hmm. So my thing is not knowing what to do, or mm-hmm. not knowing what's going to happen. It scares me, because I need to know, what's happening, especially at a time in my life now where I'm about to be on my own. Mm-hmm. So it's like I have to know what's going on, and, I have to keep up with everything that goes on with school, work, everything. I have to keep up with it, because if I don't, things will get out of hand and I could lose it. So just not knowing what could happen and not having control of my life, it scares me because I just, it's like I need to know in order to know what I have to do to get there.
You guys are so similar in that. And this is what I want to share with each of you. First of all, be patient. Secondly, stay in the now. This is the only part that you have control over is right now. This is all you have right now, right here, right now. You have no control over anything else. And if you spend all your time worrying about tomorrow, you're going to miss out on what's so cool today.
Right.
So I need you to remember to stay present. Just stay in the present. Because what you did yesterday brought you here. And what you do today will take you into tomorrow. It's not hard. But that whole control thing is a word I don't even want coming out of your mouth because you don't have it. You don't have it. If you're patient, if you trust God, if you do what we've been talking about, stay unique and pay attention, you know. We didn't talk a lot about meditating, but it's important for you to meditate, to get quiet so that you can hear what your spirit is saying to you. Don't waste the time being worried. Hear what your spirit is telling you because God's always telling you, giving you direction and instruction about where to go. You just have to sort of be quiet. So the time that you're like, what's going on? What's going on? Shut down. Shut down. Just shut down. Get in your room and shut down. Go somewhere and be quiet. And just allow yourself to settle. Because some of it, I don't care how much you say you have control, you don't. You just have control over right now. Right now. So when you feel yourself getting anxious, and this is important, when you feel yourself getting anxious, come back in, connect. You know, I tend to say I am because God is. I say it a lot. I am because God is, and it kind of just quiets my spirit. I am because God is. And I know that He's right there. I don't know what's happening next, but He knows. And He knew it when I was being formed in my mama's womb. So why? Let it go. And I just heard something the other day that was so cool that said, I'm going to enjoy my day while God fixes my victories. So He's got it. All I got to do is have a good time, do my part, and let Him do His part. Let Him do His part. We get in the way and just kind of mess it up. Does that make sense?
I really like that quote. I'm going to take that
Good.
from you if you don't mind.
Good. Of course, because I took it from somebody. I don't know. Yeah, but that's important. Okay. So my final question is, what are you most proud of? What are you most proud of in your life?
Can I start?
Sure.
I'm most proud of my turnaround. Back when I was saying after I was a sophomore in high school, around then I think my first book was out, maybe my second book was out, and my grades just shot up. Like it was nothing in me that said, oh, I'm gonna do this, but just something in me made me focus more. Something in me made me want to do better. And from then I've been doing great. Like from college to now, like we about to.
So how are you graduating in 3 years?
How? I work. I don't stop going to school. I don't stop going to school. I haven't. The only break that I've had, my first real break was probably last Christmas break. I don't think I was in winter school. And I wasn't in winter school the year before, but I was in summer school last summer and this summer currently. I just finished my summer semesters. But I did it by just staying focused, 18 credits during the actual semester and just maybe 12 or so credits during the summer. And I'm on my way out.
So this is your third year coming up, and you're going to graduate in June.
May.
In May. Oh, that's right, in May. The week before Mother's Day or Mother's Day weekend, right?
It's probably Mother's
Day weekend. And
That's
what's your
probably
major?
Mother's Day, like the complete
Yes, right, Mother's Day.
Yeah,
You're
most
right.
of the time
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
actual day.
And what's
but
your major?
English, and I am minoring in mass communication.
Okay. And what do you want to do?
I want to work in publishing. I want to be a magazine editor, but I want to do that first.
Okay.
And then I was thinking about getting a tenure and just being a teacher, but I don't know. Depends on what happens. But I know I'm going to be a magazine editor. That's going to happen.
Okay. All right. Good.
For me, it would be my leadership opportunities. I just started an internship with Bon Secours Hospital, and the guy that I'm working for has me doing bicycling initiative where he's trying to get all the employees to become more healthier by riding bikes. But he sort of gave the project to me. So I'm trying to get people together, and we're making flyers, cards, things like that. But I have to actually do them, and it's like all me. I have someone helping me out on it, but she's also sort of given it to me. So Monday is actually the first day that we're going to go out and give out flyers and tell people to join and everything. But it's just a really big accomplishment for me. And yeah, it's just really big for me. And also in high school, I got to direct a play. Being able to do that, getting people together to work on one thing, getting people to be quiet for things, and getting people to learn their lines and stuff like that. Just being in charge of a mass group of people, it's a hard thing, but accomplishing it is also really hard as well. So, yeah, my leadership opportunities are what I'm proud of.
Good.
I think what I'm most proud of in my life is my mom, because my mom has had it so rough. You know, these past 2 years we've been in 2 different houses, and she has just, you know, from going from job to job and finally being where she wants to be. I've noticed such a big difference in her where she's just happy. And so I'm so proud of her to find out that she's found out that she's happy and that she is where she wants to be in life. And, you know, in our relationship, we're happy. With her friends, she's happy. In her relationship with God, she's happy. And that's not always an easy thing to do, because when your surroundings aren't good and you have to change everything around you in order to get to where you need to be, that's a hard thing to do, because that means letting go of people, letting go of things you want but you can't keep, whether it be, you know, relationships, friendships, anything, jobs. And I think that she's grown into such a strong person, and she's still young. I mean, she just turned 40 a couple of years ago, so she's still, you know, learning and growing. But I just see so much in her that she can just, is so much that she can do, and she doesn't even know it. And so I just think that she's, you know, I'm just so proud of her, because she's just really, I mean, she's already was grown, but I just think she's grown up so much. You know, she's just so much more different than maybe 5 years ago and her now. I mean, you wouldn't even know it was the same person, because the confidence is different, you know. She's just an all-around happy person. So that's what I'm proud of. And the most I'm proud of is her.
Is your mom.
Yeah.
That's good. Where do you see yourself when you're 30?
I see myself career-wise or just in general. Career-wise, I see myself having a magazine, because I definitely want to major in communications, but it'll be a fashion magazine. I know I have my own line of clothing, or maybe work for my own line of clothing line of my choice. I know that I want a business degree, so I'll definitely be, you know, education. I'll be very in touch with whatever my job is. So I'm going to be hands-on, whether it be, you know, finding the models, finding the hairstylist, whatever it is. And I know I definitely want to give back to the community, whatever it is that I end up doing, whether it means, you know, making a school so other people can learn what I do, or, you know, girls like me that are coming from trying to transition from private school to public school. That's really one of my main things, because I didn't have help transitioning. And that's a hard thing to do, transitioning from private to public school. And I know it's a lot. I mean, y'all can, you know, it's, even though you didn't go to public school, private school is a hard thing to transition to. So I really want to help girls, you know, figure out themselves and figure out what works for them, what doesn't, what makes them happy. Kind of like a girl empowerment type thing, but in an educational environment. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
So, but I want to tie that in to the magazine and the fashion.
Okay.
So I'll figure it out. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it will.
It's going to happen.
Megan, I didn't ask you. That's my last question. I didn't ask you.
When
you're
I'm 30, I want to do the fashion like she does, but I want to be like a personal stylist. But also giving back, as in creating clothes not just for that one person, but for people who are tall, people who are short, thin, thick, but giving them clothes that looks good on them, not just on that one person. and I also want to do physical therapy. So just helping people all around to get their bodies healthy and to help them look presentable
Good.
as a person.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. And you want to be the editor?
Yes, but not fashion.
Okay.
But just really any type of magazine would do. But I don't know about fashion just
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
But right now I'm working on grad school. But when I'm 30, I can see myself. I already have my degree. I will be working at somebody's magazine company, but ultimately I will have my own.
Okay.
And that's basically what I see myself doing. And if I get the tenure, I'll be teaching. I may be doing both. I definitely picture myself doing a lot of traveling. I really want to do a lot of traveling. I plan on retiring in Italy. So that'll be my last stop. But other than that, that's really all I picture for right now. And I see it going pretty smoothly. I see me getting there.
I don't even know if I want to mention this. This is kind of interesting. Nobody said anything about being married.
Well, I don't plan on getting married
Oh,
or kids.
okay.
I'll probably have a cat. And that's it.
All right, moving right along, cat lover. But it's just kind of interesting. I mean, clearly, it was just kind of interesting that you didn't say it. But I just have to tell you guys, you are incredible. You're just wonderful. You're awesome. I loved talking with you. I loved listening to you because you guys did all the talking. I want to see you back here in a year. I definitely want to see you back here in a year. This is one of the best spirit journeys we've had. I need you to just absolutely stay in the present. Don't worry about the future. Don't focus on the past. Just stay in the present. If you stay in the present will never end.
Right.
It will never end if you just stay in the present. It'll always be right here. And be happy. Decide in the morning that you're going to be happy.
Right.
I love y'all.
We love you.
too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope you all enjoyed this. Again, you can go to www.speaktoyourspirit.com and purchase the journal. Call me with comments. Send me any kind of encouragement from these ladies because I think they were awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.